Aha! I've bounced back! And welcome to the latest Magic FX video. This week we're going to do more of a behind the scenes thing, going through my office, my setup, and kind of my routine in the morning and how I trade here physically. Alright? So what I'm going to do today is this equipment rundown, so going through everything I use to create YouTube videos, everything I use to trade, everything in my office basically, how, when, why I got it. So starting with the microphone, which I have right here. I'm not going to move it or touch it, but this, you can see it right there. It's a Scarlett Studio microphone, and it came in a kit that I've got called the Scarlett Studio 2i2 home recording kit. Something like that. I'll put an image or a link or whatever. I've got no affiliation with any of these things I'm going to talk to you about today, by the way. I'm not making anything of this. I'm just telling you what I've got. It's nothing flashy, nothing expensive. It's just things that I've acquired over the years. Some upgrades I've had since I've started doing YouTube to make the quality a bit better. But what you want to do when you start a YouTube channel, if that's what you're interested in doing, is try and just use what you've got to start with. Even if it's just a phone with the built-in microphone, start making videos with that and then look to see what you want to improve. Then if you need to, buy something to do that, but don't just go straight out and buy all this great equipment because you won't really know what you're doing with it. Okay, so it's best to start small and grow. So as I was saying, I had this already because over the years I've tried to become some kind of musician, performer. I always wanted to be able to sing, and I was not a natural singer. Even now I'm not great, but over the years and years and years of practice and determination to try and sing, I managed to get into a band. I'm in a rock covers band. You might have seen on the Instagram I've posted sometimes. We just play pubs at weekends. And yeah, I've kind of got to a level where I'm kind of happy with my voice, and that just took years and years of practice. Just in the car, I used to drive a lot for work. And so that is when I got this microphone to try and record myself and get better at singing. And it's turned out to be very useful in recording videos. Sound quality is important. It can be the difference between someone clicking on your video and instantly turning off if it sounds all fuzzy and horrible, or someone being like, oh, I like the sound of this guy, or girl. So yeah, Scarlett Studio microphone. It's on a boom arm that is mounted to the desk with a C-clamp, so I can move that up and down all around wherever I want. That's really useful, really recommend one of those. So yeah, that's the audio kind of microphone phase of it. In terms of headphones, what do I use? I use these Sony XM3s. These are a couple of years old. I think they're now on the XM5s, but I'm so happy with these. They're very comfortable. Like on my head, I could wear them all day long. The noise cancelling is amazing for plane journeys, and it's amazing for blocking out just crying babies, loud people, and all that thing, and just the general aeroplane noise. So yeah, put this on. So the great thing about them too is amazing sound quality. You'll listen to music and hear things you haven't heard before and all that kind of thing. I'm no audiophile, but to me these are great, sound great. So yeah, they're the headphones. This thing, the audio interface I use. So I got this Scarlett Studio microphone and it came with a Scarlett audio interface. Now I will say that had a lot of problems. I don't know if it was the computer I was using at the time, but I would always get like pops and crackles and stutters and things like that when I try to record audio through it. I know a lot of people use Scarlett, but I personally had a lot of problems with that audio interface. I also wanted to upgrade to have more inputs, and so again, nothing too expensive. It's a Behringer, I don't really know how to say that, never have known.
Behringer.
Which is kind of the budget end of the audio spectrum. It had great reviews, and it had 4 ports, jacks or XLR inputs on there, and they've all got their own controls. It's got phantom power, and yeah, it's a really good audio interface, and I think it's around £100. So yeah, that is the audio section of the equipment. So in terms of computer equipment, what do I use? Well, I have this desktop right here. It's a Lenovo Legion, and yeah, it's nothing super special. It's 16 gig of RAM, 3060 Ti, NVIDIA graphics card, and yeah, it's a pretty mid-range gaming, video editing PC, but yeah, it's perfect for what I need it for. So yeah, really recommend those. Came really well packaged and everything like that. In terms of mouse, this is an Artec mouse. Now, this again is nothing special. I used to use a Corsair and really loved it, and then that started to die, and then I didn't really know what mouse to get next, so I kind of got this as a go-between from Amazon, just a cheap one, while I tried out other mice, and I ended up just really loving this mouse. I don't know if you can hear this, but the click on it is just sublime. But it's a very soft click, it feels very comfortable, it's just the right weight. You just couldn't get a better mouse than this. It's the best mouse I've ever used. It's Bluetooth, you can have up to 3 different things connected, and you change which device you're connected to at the push of a little button there. Change the DPI with this button. It's the best Artec. So because I love that mouse so much, I decided to get their keyboard as well. I literally got that recently, and yeah, it's pretty good. It works. I wanted a Bluetooth keyboard. I would really like one of those little keyboards, those tiny ones that's all colourful and all that kind of stuff, but I really do need this numpad for trading. Changing time frames, I just like 15, 1. Right, I'm going to take that off because that's really distracting, isn't it? So in terms of that, yeah, but literally I'm just now an Artec fan, so I just got their keyboard anyway, and it had the numpad on it. In terms of monitor, I've got this 34-inch Samsung ultra wide. Would really recommend for trading as well. I know it's so typical, stereotypical trader with their ultra wide, but yeah, going back to a normal screen ratio after using one of these, it's just not the same. You just get more chart for your on the screen. So another great thing about this as well is if you want to look at more than one pair at a time or more than one time frame, you can use the split screen feature on TradingView, and you know, there you've got 2 charts. You're not really losing much in the way of screen space, so it's really great for trading. And you could just have one screen as well. You could split it, so TradingView's there, Discord's there if you need that. I have another screen for Discord, and I've recently put it, or fairly recently put it into portrait mode. So I'm kind of trialing that. My setup for this at the moment, I guess, is TradingView on the ultra wide, Discord on the portrait, also MT4 on the portrait. Yeah, it works really well for me. So yeah, that's my monitor, computer, and all that jazz equipment. So in terms of video, I use the Google Pixel 7 Pro phone to record all the video content now. I used to use a Canon DSLR EO 700D, but I've switched for ease of use to just using the Google Pixel 7 Pro. It's a really good camera. It's known for its camera quality, and you know, I can plug it straight into the computer, use it as a webcam, and just record from there. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I use a program called IV Cam to do that, so I've got that on the phone and that installed on the PC as well. I'll show you there. So you know, you can see me. There I am. Hello me. Hello. There I am being recorded, and then I use something called Camtasia, which has a great screen recording feature, which makes it really good for recording trade recaps and things like that, as well as a recording feature to record the webcam input. So I'm inputting that and recording it to the editing software Camtasia right now. So yeah, that's kind of what I use to edit and record videos, is this Camtasia, which I'm a big fan of. It's very easy to use. I do also have Adobe Premiere, but I don't use that so often. I just find Camtasia very user-friendly, very granddad-friendly. Other little bits and bobs I have on the desk that I nearly forgot about are this mouse mat. It's a big kind of desk mat thing. It's felt. One annoying thing about it is, I got it recently, these edges here are kind of just curling up. I don't know if in the comments you know how to sort out, like it folds up like that very slightly. If you know how to sort that out, do I iron it or something? Let me know. But yeah, I quite like that. I have a candle, make it smell nice in here. It's just nice, smells are quite important to me, even though I don't have a proper sense of smell since having COVID over a year ago. It's stupid, but hey. And then I also have this notebook. Write down your affirmations, make a note of anything you want to do when you think of it, because if you have a good idea and you don't write it down, it will probably just go and you won't remember it. When you have as many brilliant ideas as I bloody do, you got to write them down. No, but seriously, write down your ideas when you get them. My girlfriend gave me that idea, and yeah, it's really good, because you'll constantly be thinking of things, and it can actually get overwhelming for your mind if you try and just keep everything in there. So if you write things down, you can go back to them at a later point and go, oh yeah, forgot I was going to do that. So really good idea. That's pretty much my office. And finally, one last thing I forgot to put in was the lighting that I use. This, I'll give a link on Amazon. At the time I got it, it was about £80, and it came with a green screen, 2 of these big lights, 2 other umbrella lights, and a bunch of other kind of shiny things you can use to change the color of the light and such things. Now I think the price has gone up quite a bit for these, but I'm actually looking to upgrade my lighting, because these are big. It's a big stand. It takes up a lot of space, especially when you have 2 of them. One of them's failing to work, so I'd like to get 2 smaller things that kind of just attach to the desk, which I can easily turn on and off. So yeah, but lighting is very important when it comes to making videos look professional. And I know mine's not great, so that's something I need to work on. So thank you for watching that video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and it was informative. Sorry I didn't get much into the morning routine section as promised, but there will be a future video going more depth into that. So thanks again, guys, and see you next week.